major, whatever that is. What are you guys interested in studying? Teacher? What else? Sports medicine, biochemistry, microbiology, engineering. Haley? What was that? Firefighter. General surgeon and game developer. Okay. So my job is to help you figure out all of the classes that you need to get that major and to graduate from KU. What you are in is the Sabatini Multicultural Resource Center. This is actually where a lot of classes happen. So you might take a class in here one day. I work specifically with the Hopling program, which is a program that helps first generation students, so students whose parents have never gone to college before, and students of color as well, transition into the university. Our goal is to make your first year here at KU as smooth as possible as we can. So you would be taking a class from us here in this classroom, and we talk about all of the resources that KU has to offer. So how to use the libraries, how to do research, how to study, how to read, because reading in high school is a lot different from reading stuff for college. So helping you make that jump between high school and college, that's really what our program is about. So as I mentioned before, this is the Sabatini Multicultural Resource Center. We see all of our Hopling students here, and really this space is for any student. So feel free to come in between classes, you can watch the TV, you can relax, you can study. We have an academic resource center, which is that clear glass room over there. There are computers that you can use. You can come type paper. The printing is free, so definitely use that. You already get $8 of free printing at KU per semester, but we have additional printing as well. So please feel free to use our space anytime. So what kind of questions do you have about coming to college?
Do you guys offer any tutoring here at the center?
We do offer tutoring. I actually coordinate our tutoring program, and it's free. And I like to say if it's free, it's for me. It's the best price you can pay for. We typically offer courses in like the math and sciences because that's just the request that we get the most of. We have general education classes too, but so all levels of math, biology, chemistry, physics, that kind of stuff, we have free tutoring for. So definitely sign up for that. Why wouldn't you? I guess would be my question. Yeah. Good question. Others? Things you're excited about?
Extra like curricular activities that you can do with campus.
Yeah, so we're actually connected to the Kansas Union, and if you go down this hall here, you'll see the Student Involvement and Leadership Center, and they are the office that are responsible for all of like the extracurricular activities here. There are over 600 clubs and activities that you can do here, and they have a list of them all. So if you're interested in getting involved, and we definitely encourage it, you can talk to the Student Involvement and Leadership Center. Yeah.
Do you guys offer any like special scholarships for minorities?
Yeah, so we have the Multicultural Scholars Program, which is a scholarship that's really focused around different professional schools. So let's say you wanted to be a business major, there's an MSP representative in the business school that can help you with a scholarship. And so it's like a semester scholarship amount, and there's requirements that you would have to meet with them. You would attend special speakers and things like that and programs. And then at the end of your 4 years, they have a graduation ceremony. So, yeah. Other questions? Yeah.
How about like scholarships for the major you want to go to?
I would check with the department for the major that you want to go to, but you can also check with the Office of Financial Aid and Scholarships. They have a running list of all of the scholarships that KU provides. But yeah, there are departmental scholarships that are available. Yeah.
What made you come to KU and like being here for so long? How's it like being like a minority campus where the majority is
White.
Yeah.
Okay. So what brought me here? So I I guess I should backtrack a little bit. I did my undergrad here, and I did my master's here, and I work here. So in total, I've been here for 10 years. And what brought me here originally was I was a journalism major, and KU has a really good journalism program, and it was close by for me, close enough that if I needed something from my parents, like food or laundry or things like that, I could easily go home, but also far enough away that, you know, it was a little bit of a drive to get to where I was. So I could still kind of feel that freedom, but have my parents there if I needed them. As far as the minority experience, that's a big question. I always felt really supported by KU, but I got in touch with the Office of Multicultural Affairs really early. So I got in touch with them in my freshman year, and I got a job out of it, which is funny, but that was down the line. I would definitely encourage you to get involved with the office in your freshman year. They have a lot of good supports here to make sure that you do well in your first year and really in your 4 years. We try to get you involved in different activities and things so that your home base is not just here, but we want to integrate you into the entire university.
I was going to ask them, how can you get involved?
So what year in school are you all? 16 seniors. Okay. So in the spring of your senior year, we usually send out what's called a Hawk Note, which is just a little note that tells you about Hawkling and what Hawkling has to offer. You can apply to Hawkling from that note, or you can also go to our website, which is oma.ku.edu, and we have cards out at our front desk that you can take with you, but you can go on there and you can apply to Hawkling. And you will come see us in the summer in your orientation. So right now we have student orientation happening, and you will apply to your Hawkling course, and we'll tell you how to do that, and then we'll go from there.
What are the most popular majors?
Most popular major, probably say business. We have a lot of business students.
So multicultural, they give you a job. So was this job part of the KU campus or like outside?
Well, my story, I ended up getting a job after being involved in and knowing the people. That's a long ways down. But we do encourage students to have jobs on campus, because on-campus jobs, the employers know that you're a student, and so they're willing to work with your schedule. They know when you've got tests and exams and things like that coming up. And so we do encourage our students to go to the job fair. So there's a job fair that happens within the first few weeks of class. And we'll make sure that you know when that is. And you can go out and learn about all of the on-campus jobs at KU. Good questions. Things you're nervous about?
How many students apply yearly and get accepted?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. One that I do not know.
You talking about the whole campus or just the students of color?
Just the whole campus.
I would not know that. I would have to go online. It's probably a big amount, yeah, that apply every year.
Is there ACT score?
ACT score. I would have to look that one up as well. Sorry about that.
So whenever you're gonna go to your freshman year for KU, do you automatically know which classes you have already prioritized or where to go, or?
Not yet, and that's what orientation is for. So you're coming here, a brand new student, and when you come in summer orientation, you'll be able to go to your major. So every professional school and every major has their own advising room. So it can be a room like as small as this, and you'll be in a room with all other people that have all other people that have their major. And so they'll tell you, here's all of the classes that you need to take. This is what it takes to graduate. This is the GPA you need to have. And they'll make sure that you walk out of there with a schedule of classes that you will enroll in that afternoon. And they'll tell you how to enroll. So really, you'll have somebody working with you every step of the way once you get here.
Question there, like, when you said you automatically
except for econ. I did get an econ tutor through Hawkland, and that helped me get a B because I hated economics. But that's neither here nor there. I will say that Hawklink helped me get involved with the whole campus and be social. So I came here and a lot of my friends from high school didn't come. They were like, I don't want to be in Kansas anymore. I want to get out. I want to explore. I don't want to go to KU. And so like all of my other people went elsewhere and I was kind of just on my own. And so I feel like Hawklink for me helped me to make friends. It helped me to get involved in the Black Student Union. It helped me to get involved in multicultural recruitment team, which is an on-campus job where we talk to students of color, first-generation students about KU and what they can expect coming here. So I really owe Hawklink a huge part of my social success. Other questions?
What is the diversity rate in school?
The diversity rate?
Yeah.
So we're probably about 70 or so percent white. We are a predominantly white institution. I would say the diversity breakdown, Black students would probably be maybe 5%, and so it would just kind of go down from there, unfortunately. So there are not a lot of students of color here at the University of Kansas, but that is why we're here as an office to support you and to make sure that you do well, and to make sure that you know that you matter and we enjoy having you here. Other questions? Things you're looking forward to?
This college credit you take at community college, do you school transfer?
Yes. So we have a lot of students that are taking like community college level classes in high school. Those can transfer over here. Yeah, so AP credits, advanced placement, and IB, International Baccalaureate classes, transfer over. And we have the scores, so we know like what score you need to get into, let's say, certain English classes, something like that. So, and all of that happens during orientation too. So you'll have somebody that'll look at those AP courses, that'll look at your credits and what you have transferring over here, and put you in the right classes.
How flexible are you guys in transfer to changing your
We're pretty flexible, especially in your freshman and your sophomore year. You have a lot more wiggle room to move around. If you're in something that you don't like and you want to change your mind, that's fine. Typically, we really encourage freshmen and sophomores to take more general elective classes, which are classes that can transfer really almost into every major. And so you'll take like one major specific course in your freshman year. So let's say you want to be like a journalism major. You would take English, math, public speaking, and we'll say journalism 101. That's the major specific course. If you decide that journalism's not for you, no love lost, you can still have that class count toward your graduation requirements, and you'll just take a different major specific class in your spring semester or in your sophomore year. And the English and the math and the public speaking, that'll go to any major.
What is the crime rate in Kansas?
Crime rate? That's a good question. I don't know what the crime rate is. We're a pretty safe campus. I don't know if you've seen, as we're walking around, we have these blue lights on campus. So there are these tall blue lights with little yellow emergency boxes on them. So if you ever feel unsafe on campus, and there's one like every few feet. So if you ever feel unsafe, you can press that button, and KUPD, the KU Police Department, should be on campus to you within a minute.
How does the study abroad program work?
Study abroad program. So there are a lot of different study abroad programs here on campus. And there are some that tie in with your major. So tell me again what you're interested in.
Biochemistry?
Biochemistry. So There could be like a biology program over in Germany or France or somewhere like that. And so you would be taking like science classes abroad.
The cost would be the same as your university tuition, or would that fluctuate?
Where are you from?
That's where.
Are you like from Kansas? I say that because in-state tuition, I believe, okay, sorry, let me back up. If you're an out-of-state student, it's actually cheaper for you to study abroad for a semester or two than it would be to pay out-of-state tuition,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
I'm in a state.
Okay, and so it would be comparable to in-state tuition, yeah. And there are scholarships that Study Abroad offers that can help you pay for that.
Do you have a special program and 5-year master program?
We do, yeah. So I know business has a 5-year master's of accounting program. So you would do your undergrad for 4 years, and then that last year you would actually be in grad school and then you have your master's in accounting. And so I know there are some programs like that in science. I know pharmacy is a 6-year program, so it just really depends on what you want to do. Any other questions?
Have you ever studied abroad yourself?
So I never studied abroad, and that is one of the things that I really regret. I didn't think that I would have time for it in my schedule, but study abroad really works with you and makes sure that you put it in the right semester. And so I wish I would have just taken that extra step and went down to the office and talked to them about it. Yeah.
And there are study abroad opportunities during the different breaks that you have
Yeah.
during the year. So you actually, if you don't want to go abroad during your regular semester, you can go on winter break, on spring break opportunities,
Absolutely, yeah.
right?
Yeah, and I know there's one in particular, there's a winter break program that you can do in Costa Rica for, a few weeks. So if you don't want to spend a whole semester, you can definitely do a break. That's a great point. Thank you.
Who's the female and male?
Female to male ratio. I know there are more women here than men. I would say women are probably in the 50% or so, and the men would be like, well, I guess that would be 50-50. So I would say the women would probably be maybe like 60% or so, and the men would be maybe like 40.
No same programs?
Yeah, so there are work study programs, and that's another thing that you can talk to the job people about at the job fair that happens in the first few weeks of school. There are people that offer work study jobs, and so you would just need to let them know, I need to take this as work study, and they're willing to work with you on that. Yeah.
Do you guys partner up with other organizations on campus?
We do. So we do a lot of collaboration across campus. One of the big offices that we collaborate with is the Student Involvement and Leadership Center. And so we really want to make sure that students get involved. And so we'll do programs with them, especially about like Greek life and things like that. So if you're interested in being in like a fraternity or a sorority, we talk about, what it takes to be a part of that organization and that kind of thing. And then we also do a lot of work with student groups as well. And so we work closely with the Black Student Union, the First Nations Student Association, Asian American Student Union, and the Hispanic American Leadership Organization.
Is that the engineering group, the Hispanic?
It's a student group. It's just a general student group. There are student groups that work like within different professions.
So when you will you recommend that a student should live in a house residence or like in a fictional or somewhere?
I would recommend that students live on campus. So I don't know, have you all seen Daisy Hill before where all the residence halls
We're
are?
staying there.
Oh, you're staying
Yeah,
there. So I would encourage you to stay there. I actually lived on campus all 4 years of my career, and I don't regret it a day. It's easier to get around. You don't have to have a car. You know, it's great if your roommate or somebody has a car, so you can, you know, go to Walmart and get, you know, groceries or things that you need, personal items. But I really enjoy living on campus, using the dining plan, so going to the dining halls for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I miss that. Like, being an adult and having to cook your own food all the time is kind of annoying sometimes. So I miss being able to go to the dining hall and just having food like hot and ready to go.
What is there to do in Lawrence?
What is there to do in Lawrence? So you can go to the movies. There's lots of different places that you can eat. So you can eat out on, you can eat downtown. There's a lot of nice little restaurants and things like that down there. Lots of different kinds of food. You can eat on 23rd Street. You can eat on Iowa. There's restaurants everywhere. We actually had George Clinton here last night. He's a funk artist. I don't know if any of y'all are familiar, but we have concerts here. So you can go to a concert. It could be in the Lead Center. They could be downtown. It could be out in the park. There's always things to do. You can go to the games. You can go to football games, basketball games for sure. There's an art museum right across the street. We actually have seven different museums here on campus. Other questions? I have a lot of favorite things. So the roommate, I had a roommate my freshman and my sophomore year. I went random. So like I said, when I came here, I didn't know anybody. So I went potluck, which means you just get a random roommate. And so everybody's like, random roommate? Oh my God, that sounds terrible. But she actually turned out to be one of my best friends, and I still keep in touch with her today. And she went on to be president of the residence halls, which means she had to go stay in a different residence. Otherwise, we probably would have been roommates like all 4 years. But she's one of my good friends to this day, and so I'm happy that I made that decision. Being in Hocklink was really awesome, being involved with the office. All of my 4 years here was awesome. Going to the basketball games. I remember when we won the championships. That was amazing back in 2008. They were playing away, and so they opened up the field house for everybody to watch the game in the field house. And we won, and everybody stormed the court. And everybody was hugging each other. We all went downtown, and it was awesome just to have that parade and that camaraderie. Yeah.
What if you don't like the film? Like, can you change the forms? Or you have to go to the US?
So you can change during the semester. It kind of just depends on the circumstances. If you would work with your resident advisor, your RA, on that. And so every student is required to fill out a roommate contract, and that happens like the first or second day that you get to KU. So you and your roommate sit down and you write down like your likes and your dislikes, what time you like to go to sleep, what time you like to wake up, are you noisy, are you clean, these kinds of things. And so you get to talk about that stuff like up front, so nothing surprises you later on. But your RA can help you, like if you really need to move and you have an issue, you can do that. And sometimes you get lucky and maybe your roommate doesn't move in for a few weeks, and so you have the place to yourself. I had that happen one time. That was kind of nice. Other questions?
Well, there are solo rooms too.
Yeah, so there are solo rooms available, I believe. They do cost more. I would encourage all of you to stay in like a traditional style room at least your freshman year. Like you gotta get that classic residence hall experience where you can meet everybody on the floor, hang out, that kind of stuff. And then if that style doesn't work for you in your next year, you can move to like a suite style kind of room. mix if you like, but yeah. I encourage you to try the traditional style at least once, just to have.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. So there's cards outside on our front desk with our website, so if you're interested in applying for Hocklink, you can visit that website.
Thank you.